Time for a new Bronco project. I don't see too many of those with the blackout finish on this. My good friend Shane painted this for me. He's nice that way. And this one is going to end up being a truck that I use as a I wouldn't call it a, I guess I was going to call it a daily driver, but it's going to be used in my competition stuff. I'm going to build it as a Class 1 legal with a kinetic winch and a bunch of other cool things on it. So it should be a nice hard body, but still lightweight, good quality driver, and I'm very excited to get this project started. So today we're going to have a look at what to do with the wheels, so let's get right into it right now. This has got to be one of my all-time favorite competition tires. It's 419. The size on this tire is supposed to be 1.6 by 418. I think it says on the sidewall 418. It's a 1.7 rim. We're going to stick it on our new GCM19 blank wheels, and then we're going to use the 12-hole stamped steel center. So this is actually made out of plastic, but that's the point is you get the same look. I've painted them silver on the outside, black on the inside, and so I'm going to assemble those here now, and they match the body really nice, so I'm really excited to see how this is actually going to look. The tire is one of my favorites for a couple reasons. The rubber on these, this is an RC 4-wheel drive IROC Super Swamper. You can see how the actual meat of the tire curves around the side of the tire into the sidewall. And that leaves a really big soft lug on there. And that thing grabs like nobody's business. These are really, really nice driving tires. They're very soft and pliable. They do have a one-piece foam already. It's not waterproof or any of that stuff, but it seems to be a really good foam for this tire and for the weight of truck that typically I have used these on. So these are the factory tire that comes off of an RC 4-wheel drive Marlin Toyota. I've taken them off years ago. I think when the truck finally just came out, and I converted it to a GCM 5-slot wheel and that sort of thing. So it had more of a stock look. I found this tire to be far too large to be using on that particular Toyota build. But the tire itself is amazing. So that needs to be noted. I'm a real big fan, and I'm really glad that I actually have a set of these that I can use on this right now. Now, the 1.9 rim fitting inside here, we're going to have a look at the foam fitment first and see if we have to do our foam trick on this before we get them installed. I'm going to suggest that we should probably do the foam cutting trick on this. The foam is actually wider than the insert by quite a bit, and what's happening is the foam rolls over into the bead a little bit, and in a lot of cases that can interfere pretty bad with the bead seating. So I'm going to try one of these first. The tire rubber on these is so freaking soft, it might actually work without doing a foam trim, but that's yet to be seen. And if I can make it work on this narrow wheel, then we're going to have a winner here, man, because that's going to be a really sweet setup. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get this assembled here, and we'll drop in the insert and kind of have a look and see what it's going to look like. So, I like to fit the tires in, kind of get the bead holes, the bead lock holes lined up in the right way, and then basically just go around and peel the rubber out. The rubber needs to sit on the actual rim edge. That's the most important thing you could do with it. So you got to peel it out and then kind of click it in there. Good day, sir. How are you?
Good. What's the last name again?
Robinson.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks, eh?
Have a good day.
And to you. That was my UPS guy. And there we have it. So I peeled all that rubber out around the outsides so that it'll fit. Looks like it's already matched up on that side, and I think I can get the screws in. So we're going to give that a go. Drop these in. Everything's basically lined up already. There's really not much to move to assemble these. So that one is probably the least lined up, and that took precisely no work to put that together. So there's that. I'm going to run these in. And that one's a little bit out. Just squish that down to the back. Okay, go across. There we go. And I'm going to run these other 4 screws in here all the way down so that we have that seated all the way. And then we can check the bead and make sure it's good before we drop in the insert and check it. Don't have to make them tight, they just have to seat. I like that a lot. That looks really good. So what we've got here is that because the foam is quite large already on this tire, the sidewall bulge is just gorgeous. With the wheel insert, we've got that fake brake disc look in the back, which is bonkers nice. And I'll put a scale hub in there and some scale hardware on it, and we'll have the perfect wheel to go on the Bronco. So I needed a tire on this truck that was going to be the right size diameter for class 1, which is 419 or less. We'll talk about the classes at a different video. And that's going to be nice, but I also wanted a tire that was nice and fat like this one. Real wide tire, because the body is so big. This hard body from Raffee, and it's just so big, you know. A nice wide tire will fill in some of that air gap that's underneath. So really happy about that, and I think I'll carry on and get these finished up. I did debate using the actual wheel cover on it. There's also a 5-bolt wheel cover that we have to go with the blank wheel, and I do like these. I might actually install them in the back. Maybe I'll paint them silver and put them in the back, and then I'll use a locking hub in the front. Otherwise, it'll just be 4 scale hubs, the blank ones in the back, and then a nice scale hub with the locker in the front. So I think I might just go with that. Really happy with these. I love how they turned out, and that's the beginning of the new Class 1 Bronco project. So thank you for watching. We've got this thing started here, and I'm going to start to get into the drivetrain and get the wheels on the chassis and try to get the body mounted. I've got some pretty cool ideas for that as well. We're going to talk about suspension, putting an interior into this, doing a complete electronics outfitting on it, where we're going to put the battery, how we're going to balance out the weight balance on the truck. Lots to talk about, so stay tuned for the series, and I'm really happy that you're with us on the bench for this build series. If you have any questions, put them in the comments for sure. On the next video, look forward to having a discussion about the chassis and the drivetrain combo that we're going to use for this Class 1, and we'll see you soon. Oh man, I'm already pumped about this thing. Yep. That's the kind of look I'm looking for.